Listen up. Right now, at this very moment, you are standing at the most critical crossroads of your entire life. The choice you make today will determine not just your next steps, but the entire trajectory of your potential. I'm here to tell you something that will change everything you thought you knew about success, about growth, about who you can become. Knowledge is not a privilege, it's not a luxury, it is your most powerful weapon in a world that is constantly changing, constantly evolving. Look around you. The most successful people aren't born with some magical gift. They are the ones who understand one fundamental truth. Learning never stops. When I was a young man, I thought education was something that happened inside four walls of a classroom. I thought once I graduated, I was done. How wrong I was. Education is not a destination, it's a journey. It's a continuous, never-ending process of growth, of challenging yourself, of expanding your mind beyond what you thought was possible. Every single day you have a choice. You can remain stagnant or you can choose to grow. You can accept the limitations others have placed on you, or you can break through them with the power of knowledge. Your mind is not a fixed container. It's an expansive universe waiting to be explored, waiting to be expanded. Think about the most successful people you know. What sets them apart? It's not luck. It's not connections. It's their relentless commitment to learning. They read. They listen. They observe. They ask questions. They challenge themselves. They understand that every piece of information is a tool, and they are constantly sharpening their tools. Let me break down the fundamental truth about personal growth. Your potential is not determined by where you were born, by the circumstances of your birth, by the education you've had so far. Your potential is determined by your willingness to learn, to grow, to push beyond your current limitations. Imagine your mind as a muscle. Just like any muscle in your body, if you don't exercise it, it becomes weak. If you don't challenge it, it doesn't grow. Every book you read is a workout. Every new skill you learn is a strength training session. Every conversation that challenges your perspective is like a high-intensity interval training for your brain. But here's the challenge I want to put in front of you today. Learning is not about collecting information. It's about transformation. It's about becoming more than you were yesterday. It's about understanding that education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change your world. When I talk about education, I'm not just talking about academic degrees. I'm talking about a holistic approach to learning. Listen to podcasts, watch documentaries, read books outside your comfort zone, engage with people who think differently from you, challenge your own beliefs, ask hard questions, seek out mentors, be curious about everything. The world is changing faster than ever before. The skills that were valuable 10 years ago might be obsolete tomorrow. The only way to stay relevant, to stay competitive, is to commit to continuous learning. Your ability to adapt, to learn, to grow, that's your true competitive advantage. But here's the raw, honest truth. Learning is not easy. It requires discipline. It requires commitment. It requires you to be uncomfortable. It requires you to admit that you don't know everything. It requires humility. Most people are not willing to pay that price. Most people are content with mediocrity. Most people are afraid of growth. Are you most people, or are you different? Every single day you have a choice. You can choose comfort, or you can choose growth. You can choose to stay the same, or you can choose to become extraordinary. Education is not about being smart. It's about being committed. It's about being willing to do what others are not willing to do. Your journey of self-education starts right here, right now. It starts with a decision. a decision to never stop learning, a decision to challenge yourself, a decision to break through every limitation that has ever been placed on you by others or by yourself. Remember this: the moment you stop learning is the moment you start dying. Your mind is a garden. If you don't plant seeds of knowledge, if you don't nurture them, if you don't constantly water them with curiosity and effort, weeds of ignorance will grow. In the next parts of this journey, we're going to dive deep, we're going to explore strategies, we're going to break down barriers, we're going to transform the way you think about learning. But it all starts with one fundamental choice. Are you ready to educate yourself daily? Let's get real. Self-education is not just a buzzword, it's not a trendy concept you can scroll past on social media. It's a lifeline. It's the difference between existing and truly living, between surviving and thriving, between being a passenger in life and being the driver of your own destiny. What exactly is self-education? It's far more than just picking up a book or watching an online tutorial. It's a comprehensive, intentional approach to learning that goes beyond traditional boundaries. It's about taking complete responsibility for your personal and professional growth. No excuses, no limitations, just pure, unbridled commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. Most people confuse information with knowledge. They think scrolling through social media, consuming random content, or collecting meaningless facts is learning. Let me break that myth wide open. Information is just noise. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is transformation. Knowledge is the bridge between who you are and who you can become. I want you to understand something profound. Your mind is not a storage device. It's not a passive receptor. It's an active, dynamic ecosystem that grows, adapts, and transforms. Every piece of information you truly understand, every skill you master, every perspective you challenge, these are not just additions to your knowledge. They are fundamental reconstructions of your potential. Let's talk about the mental barriers that keep most people trapped in mediocrity. Fear, doubt, comfort, laziness. These are the real enemies of self-education. How many times have you told yourself, I'm not smart enough? How many times have you looked at successful people and thought, they're different from me? These are lies, destructive, limiting lies that you've been telling yourself. The truth is, intelligence is not fixed. Your brain is not a finished product. It's a muscle that can be trained, stretched, challenged. Neuroplasticity is real. Every time you learn something new, you're literally rewiring your brain. You're creating new neural pathways. You're expanding your capacity for understanding, for creativity, for problem solving. Developing a growth mindset is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It means understanding that your abilities are not carved in stone. They can be developed through dedication and hard work. It means seeing challenges as opportunities. It means embracing failure as a critical part of learning. It means being curious, being humble, being willing to admit what you don't know. Let me share a personal insight. The most successful people I've met are not the most naturally talented. They are the most adaptable. They are the ones who wake up every day with a burning desire to learn. They are the ones who understand that comfort is the enemy of growth. They are the ones who are willing to be uncomfortable, to be beginners, to start from zero again and again. Psychology of learning is fascinating. Your beliefs about your own capabilities create a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe you can learn, you will. If you believe you're limited, you'll remain limited. It's that simple. Your mindset is the gatekeeper of your potential. But here's the challenge. Learning is not passive. It's not something that happens to you. It's something you actively pursue. It requires strategy. It requires discipline. It requires a level of commitment that most people are not willing to make. Curiosity is your greatest asset. Cultivate it like a precious garden. Ask questions. Challenge everything. Don't accept information at face value. Dig deeper. Seek understanding. Learn to think critically. Learn to connect dots that others can't see. Your ability to ask the right questions is more important than having all the answers. I want you to imagine yourself 5 years from now. Who will you be? Will you be the same person you are today? Or will you be a transformed version of yourself? The difference lies in your commitment to continuous learning. The difference lies in your willingness to educate yourself daily. This is not about becoming a walking encyclopedia. This is about becoming a more effective, more adaptive, more powerful version of yourself. This is about understanding that learning is not a destination. It's a way of life. Are you ready to break free from the chains of limited thinking? Are you ready to take control of your learning journey? Are you ready to become the architect of your own potential? The choice is yours. Every single day you have the power to learn, to grow, to transform, to become extraordinary. Are you in? That's the G. That's the game changer. Learning is not about luck. It's not about having free time. It's about intentional, strategic, purposeful action. Today, I'm going to give you a blueprint, a roadmap to transform your life through daily education. But let me warn you, this is not for the faint-hearted. This is for those who are serious about growth. Creating a personal learning ecosystem is your first mission. Your environment determines your potential. Just like a garden needs the right soil, sunlight, and nutrients, your mind needs the right conditions to grow. This is not about having more time. This is about creating a system that makes learning inevitable. The number one excuse I hear, I don't have time to learn. That's nonsense. You have the same 24 hours as everyone else. The question is, how are you using those hours? Every single minute is an opportunity. Your morning commute becomes a classroom. Waiting in line transforms into a learning moment. Those quiet minutes before sleep, they're your personal development time. Understanding your unique learning style is absolutely critical. We are not carbon copies of each other. Some minds light up with written words, while others come alive through sound or visual experiences. Some people absorb knowledge through reading, others through listening, and some through direct experience. The key is to discover your natural learning rhythm and then design a strategy that amplifies your innate strengths. Imagine crafting a learning approach so personalized, so tailored to your individual needs, that education becomes as natural as breathing. This means experimenting. This means trying different methods. Watch documentaries that challenge your perspective. Listen to podcasts from experts in fields you know nothing about. Read books that make you uncomfortable. Take online courses that stretch your understanding. Attend workshops that push you out of your comfort zone. Technology is a powerful ally in your learning journey, but it's a double-edged sword. It can be your greatest tool or your most significant distraction. The secret is intentionality. Use productivity apps that block distracting websites during your learning time. Leverage online platforms that offer structured learning experiences. But always remember, technology is a tool, not a substitute for genuine learning. Let me share a transformative strategy that revolutionized my own approach to continuous education. I began creating a deliberate learning calendar. Each month I would select specific skills to focus on. Each week I would break down those skills into actionable learning goals. Each day became an opportunity for targeted, purposeful growth. This wasn't about overwhelming myself, but about consistent, incremental improvement. The learning journey is not without challenges. You will encounter time constraints that seem insurmountable. Mental fatigue will try to convince you to give up. Self-doubt will whisper that you're not capable. Motivation will ebb and flow. But here's the truth. These are not roadblocks. They are the very experiences that will forge your character and expand your capabilities. Build a network of learning allies. The people you surround yourself with are the architects of your potential. Seek out mentors who challenge your thinking. Connect with learning communities that inspire growth. Attend conferences that expose you to new ideas. Participate in discussion groups that challenge your existing understanding. Your network is your net worth in the world of continuous learning. Invest in yourself financially and emotionally. Cut back on unnecessary expenses and redirect those resources toward your education. Purchase books that expand your mind. Invest in courses that develop your skills. Attend workshops that provide hands-on learning experiences. Remember, your most valuable asset is not your car, your house, or your gadgets. Your most precious resource is your mind. Learning is inherently uncomfortable. If you feel completely at ease, you're not growing. Embrace the discomfort. Push your boundaries. Challenge yourself constantly. Every moment of uncertainty is an opportunity for transformation. Every feeling of being overwhelmed is a sign that you're expanding beyond your current limitations. The digital world offers countless platforms for learning. Coursera, EDX, Udemy, LinkedIn Learning. These are not just websites, they are gateways to new possibilities. YouTube educational channels, skill-sharing platforms, industry-specific online communities. These are your modern-day libraries, your portals to knowledge. But here's the most critical point. The goal is not to collect certificates or accumulate information. The goal is total transformation, to become more capable, to expand your potential, to open doors that once seemed impossible. Every single day is an opportunity to become a better version of yourself. Every single moment is a chance to learn something new. Are you ready to build your learning strategy? Are you ready to take control of your growth? The next move is yours. Transformation. It's not just a word, it's a revolution that happens inside your mind, one thought at a time. Every single piece of knowledge you absorb has the power to reshape your entire world. But here's the brutal truth. Knowledge alone is not enough. It's how you process that knowledge, how you internalize it, how you allow it to challenge and change you that truly matters. Your perspective is like a pair of glasses through which you view the world. Most people wear the same pair of glasses their entire lives, never realizing how much they're missing. Learning is about continually changing those glasses, upgrading your lenses, expanding your field of vision. It's about seeing possibilities where others see limitations. I remember a time in my own life when my thinking was small, confined, limited by the boundaries of my experiences, my environment, my past. But then I discovered something profound. Your mind is not a fixed entity. It's a dynamic, flexible landscape that can be reshaped, restructured, reimagined with every new piece of knowledge you embrace. Potential is not something you're born with, it's something you unlock. And the key to that unlock is your willingness to challenge everything you think you know, every belief you hold, every assumption you've never questioned. These are the walls of your mental prison. Learning is the process of dismantling those walls, brick by brick, thought by thought. Emotional intelligence is the hidden superpower of continuous learning. It's not just about accumulating facts. It's about developing a deeper understanding of yourself and others. As you learn, you become more aware, more empathetic, more capable of navigating the complex landscape of human relationships. Your ability to understand, to connect, to communicate, these are muscles that grow with every new perspective you encounter. Critical thinking is your most valuable tool. It's not about accepting information at face value. It's about questioning, analyzing, breaking down complex ideas. It's about developing the ability to see beyond the surface, to understand the layers beneath the obvious. Every book you read, every conversation you have, every experience you encounter becomes an opportunity to sharpen this skill. Resilience is born in the classroom of continuous learning. When you commit to growth, you learn to embrace failure as a teacher, not an enemy. You understand that every setback is just another perspective, another opportunity to learn. Most people run from challenges. Learners run towards them. They see obstacles as puzzles to be solved, not walls to be feared. Imagine your mind as a vast unexplored territory. Most people are content to stay in the small, familiar village of their current understanding. But you, an explorer. Every piece of knowledge is a new trail. Every skill you learn is a new path. Every perspective you encounter is a new horizon. The world is changing at a speed that's almost incomprehensible. The skills that were valuable yesterday are becoming obsolete today. The only way to stay relevant, to stay powerful, is to become a lifelong learner. Your ability to adapt, to unlearn and relearn, to stay curious, this is your true competitive advantage. But transformation is not comfortable. It's not supposed to be. When you're growing, you'll feel uncomfortable. You'll feel stretched. You'll question everything you thought you knew. Good. That's exactly where you need to be. Comfort is the enemy of growth. The moment you feel completely secure in your knowledge is the moment you stop learning. Your mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. Every time you encounter an idea that challenges your existing beliefs, you have a choice. You can close down, defend your current position, or you can open up, explore, understand. True learning happens in those moments of vulnerability, in those spaces between what you know and what you're about to discover. Developing a growth mindset is not a destination. It's a continuous journey. It means understanding that your abilities are not fixed. Your intelligence is not a predetermined limit. Your potential is not a static concept. You are a work in progress, constantly evolving, constantly becoming. The most powerful transformation happens when you stop seeing learning as something you do and start seeing it as something you are. Learning becomes your identity, your way of being, your approach to life. It's no longer about collecting information. It's about becoming more, expanding, growing, transforming. Are you ready to transform? Are you ready to let learning reshape your entire world? Are you ready to become more than you ever thought possible? The journey of 1,000 transformations begins with a single moment of curiosity. We've talked about the power of learning. We've explored the mindset. Now it's time to get practical. This is where dreams meet action. This is where your commitment to growth becomes real, tangible, and undeniable. The world has never offered more opportunities for learning than right now. We are living in an age of unprecedented access to knowledge. What used to require years of formal education can now be learned with a smartphone, a computer, and an internet connection. But here's the catch. Access is not enough. You need strategy. You need intentionality. Digital learning platforms are your new universities. Coursera, edX, Udemy. These are not just websites. They are portals to your future. Imagine having world-class professors from top universities at your fingertips. Courses from Stanford, MIT, Harvard, available whenever you want, wherever you are. But remember, a course is just a course. Your transformation happens in how you apply what you learn. Books remain the most powerful tool in your learning arsenal. But I'm not just talking about traditional books. Audiobooks have revolutionized learning for people on the move. Podcasts have become universities of the air. You can learn while driving, while exercising, while doing mundane tasks. Every moment becomes a learning opportunity. Networking is your hidden weapon. Mentorship is not about finding someone to tell you what to do. It's about finding individuals who challenge your thinking, who expand your perspective. Join professional groups. Attend virtual conferences. Engage in online communities. Your network is your net worth in the world of continuous learning. Online resources are everywhere, but quality matters. Platforms like LinkedIn Learning offer professional development courses. YouTube has become an incredible educational resource if you know how to navigate it. TED Talks, can provide insights from global thought leaders in bite-sized, digestible formats. Scientific journals, professional blogs, industry publications. These are the new textbooks of the digital age. Create your personal learning library. This isn't just about collecting books. It's about curating knowledge. Physical books, digital books, saved articles, bookmark podcasts. Create a system that works for you. Use apps like Pocket or Evernote to save and organize interesting content. Create folders, tag your resources, make your learning intentional. Technology offers incredible tools for self-education. Translation apps break down language barriers. Note-taking apps help you capture and organize knowledge. Skill training apps help you monitor your learning progress. But always remember, these are tools, not substitutes for genuine learning. Practical skill building platforms are revolutionizing education. Skillshare offers creative courses. Udacity provides technology and coding education. Masterclass brings lessons from world-renowned experts in various fields. These aren't just courses. They're opportunities to learn directly from masters of their craft. Financial investment in your education is crucial, but smart investment doesn't mean expensive. Many world-class resources are free or low cost. MIT OpenCourseWare offers free course materials from one of the world's top universities. Coursera offers audit options for many courses. YouTube has countless educational channels. Your local library is a treasure trove of free resources. Language learning apps like Duolingo have made acquiring new languages accessible to everyone. Coding platforms like FreeCodeCamp can help you learn programming skills without spending a fortune. Khan Academy offers free education in multiple subjects. The resources are endless if you're willing to seek them out. But here's the most important tool, your commitment. No platform, no course, no resource can replace your personal dedication. Learning is an active process. It requires your engagement, your curiosity, your willingness to be uncomfortable. Track your learning, create a learning journal, set specific goals, measure your progress, celebrate your victories. No matter how small, learning is not about perfection, it's about progression. Diversify your learning methods. Mix online courses with physical books. Combine video tutorials with practical workshops. Listen to podcasts, watch documentaries, attend webinars, read academic papers. The more diverse your learning approach, the more robust your understanding. Remember, the goal is not to know everything. The goal is to become a lifelong learner, to develop an insatiable curiosity, to see every experience as an opportunity to grow, to understand that education is not something that happens to you, it's something you actively pursue. You have more resources at your fingertips right now than the most privileged scholars had just a few decades ago. The only thing standing between you and your potential is your commitment. Are you ready to build your personal learning ecosystem? Are you ready to transform your life one resource at a time? The tools are here, the resources are available. The only question is, are you willing to use them? Your journey of continuous learning starts now.